chiming in. Guys, I am beat. So if I miss your comment, well, there's only 5 of you here, but Tennessee Mike joining the live. Thank you for being here. Bill K, happy Monday. Indeed. Let's see. I could probably throw a couple of watches out there. Don't really have anything sitting out there right now. Anonymous Watch Guy. Bean Boys chiming in. Brave Sailors here. There's the new Christopher Ward. I kind of need this microfiber. The new Christopher Ward 300 meter CW60. Josh Carter's here. Underachieving Watch Collectors here. Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh. We could have a G-Shock out there for good measure too. Yes. Let's see who else is here. Nate Dog, Thumbs for Fingers checking in. Floridian, Tuxedo Manor, Doug from Retroweld, Craig G, Neff, Nathan's checking in. Wow, 41 people joined pretty quick. I got the watermelon back at the Random Rob California meetup. I was able to get this thing back. I kind of share it with another guy, so this was returned to me, and then he'll get it again when the next time we meet up. I'll give it to him, and then we just trade it back and forth. Tennessee Mike wants to see that Glassut Original. Jason's checking in from Aruba. Amish is here. Anish, excuse me. I'm tired. I can't read and I can't speak. Let's see. Yeah, I did a bunch of unboxings so just before the live. So I have a few other watches to show. Let's see. Nick checking in says, hello, Random Rob. It's been a while for me. Thanks for joining, Nick. I appreciate it. David's here. Thank you. Yep, David was at the meetup that we just got back from. I had quite the ordeal with that. I can talk about that as we get more people in here. We be checking in from New Mexico. Let's see. Willis says, do you think you will be posting the Christopher Ward C60 review soon? I probably will. Speaking of Will Carey's here. Kevin, Clayton is here. Matt from Rock the Watch is here. Canadian Watch Monkey checking in. Yeah, because I need to do the video on it and get this back to them because this is a prototype. This isn't mine. Nilo's here. So it wore very comfortable. I actually wore it out to California the first night, and then I switched up. I can't remember what I wore. I think I wore the watermelon pretty much the rest of the time just because I had just gotten it back. Boston Collector checking in. Thank you very much for being here. So got a little bit of color going on over there. You're considering pre-ordering it. I think it's a great watch. I think it's a reasonable price. I don't know if you can get the 125 discount on it. I'm not sure if that's possible. Floyd's here. Let's see. Michael says, hello, Rob. Hope the storms weren't too bad up there. Greetings to everyone in the chat. AR King, thoughts on the new Seiko LX? I'm not familiar with that. I don't have hands-on on it. Jonathan checking in from Louisiana. So last night I did actually drive right through a massive thunderstorm. That was pretty wicked. So Sean says, yes, the 125 discount works for the Pro 300. So I don't know if it's possible or not, but maybe you could do the pre-order on the strap and get the 125 discount, and then I think that drops you below the target price where you end up having to pay the duty fees. And if that's the case, then you could just buy the bracelet later. Plus, you're gonna kind of want the strap. The strap is actually legit good. Let's see. Watch Noob save the day or not? Yeah, Neff. Watch Noob, Josh, who's in the private Discord, 100% saved my butt, and I'll talk about that once we get. If we get 100 people in the chat or something like that. So, yes, order separate and you will save the duty. There you go. Pro tip from Sean. 3D Buckeye says hello. Joe and the Badgers here. Happy Monday. Glad you made it home. Yeah, that was quite the trip, Joe. It was quite the trip back. And we had a good time there in California. And then, the story kept going. It's like my own personal watch meetup kept going as I was trying to work my way home. For sure. Let's see. Let's throw. Oh, I have a couple of new watches in from Exquisite. This is that. What is this thing called? Something monkey or I don't know. Crazy monkey. I don't know what it is. Hey, Chris. Thanks for joining us. YZ80s, Chris. Um, yeah, it's a limited Monkey King. Thank you, Canadian Watch Monkey. It's a Monkey King. Oh, I get it because you're a monkey and that's a Monkey King. Do you have this watch? Are you the Monkey King? See, Jim Davis says, "Hi Rob, finally caught our chat. That's awesome." Ginger Down Under checking in from Down Under, Oz. Rob, do you still have the Yamura laying around? I do not. Let's see. Okay, so Canadian Watch Monkey is not the Monkey King, but he knows a Monkey King when he sees one. Mad respect. Craig G says 865 on strap minus 125. Boom, keeps you out of the 800. You should be good. Yeah, so beautiful dial on this, and I love the pop of color with the seconds hand. So really wish this was in the 43 and a half. I think that would be really cool. So Scott Harris is asking my thoughts on the new Diver 65 with the in-house 400. I think it's a great watch. I think a lot of people are going to really like that. And I know people might gripe about the higher price point and everything like that, but it's got the in-house 400. That's the movement you want, guys. If you're going to buy an Oris, you kind of want their in-house movement. I know, and it's going to cost more money. So you got to figure out which one you want and pony up. Calico Basin chiming in. Steve finished up his jiu-jitsu class to be able to catch a live. That's awesome. Nick is asking, what is my wrist measurement? I think it's around 7 1/4. I should be right in there. Bobby Legs chiming in. That's good to have you here, especially given the number of stories you've heard about the SW200. I don't really have a problem with the SW200, and there's definitely some value proposition out there with that particular movement. But when you go to the 400, you get the 10-year guarantee. You get way more accuracy. You get the status of being in-house movement, and it's just a cool brand to have their own movement and everything. I'm currently wearing my 41 millimeter tag Hoyer Aqua Racer automatic. These are, I don't want to say hard to get right now, but they're discontinued in the 41 in the white dial. So very cool. I'm happy to have it. Let's see. Hey Rob, did you sell the Tudor Pro? I did. That is gone. Don't put any duty on. Steve says, "Are you still coming up to Newport next month?" I don't think so. Jason says, Jason from Design says, Random Rob working on watch heads right now, which is an art thing that he's doing. It's really cool. I might actually commission him to make me one. I should probably talk to him. Jason, some more about that. How's the clasp on the tag? It's adequate. 3 micro adjust. Of course, it has a dive extension because it is a diver's watch, but I would say it's adequate. But I really like this watch. It's super legible. I like my white dials with the orange hands. Obviously, that's why I did my first collaboration watch like that. Super legible, clean, timeless. Yeah, maybe not. Well, it is kind of similar, but I mean, the Aqua's, well, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much, yeah, it's very much like the Aqua's clasp. The only difference is like, well, they're very similar. Good catch. I think the Aquos one might be a little more robust, but it's a newer clasp too, so it's very similar to the Aquos clasp. Excuse me. I can't speak, guys. I'm crazy tired. I am running on like no sleep. If I explain to you how the weekend went and my migration home, it is wow. Yeah, I'm tired. That's cool, Jason. Good for you, man. I won't bother you with it. So, like, it sounds like you're busy enough. Floridian over 100. Give us travel nightmare. Let's throw some more watches out here first, and then we can talk about that. Because I gotta get my head in the right space to even be able to like kind of break down how the weekend went. Because I'm gonna misremember or mess it up or something. Calico says, "Hang in there." Suck it up. I'm actually drinking water too, believe it or not. So that's how tired I am. All right, so let's bring out some more watches. Tennessee Mike wanted to see the GO. Check this thing out. Exquisite is trusting me with a $15,000 watch. This is two-tone stainless steel and gold Glasuit Original CQ. Absolutely stunning watch. I look forward to doing the full video on it. And of course, I mean, it's just over the top in every way. I mean, look at the movement. It is ridiculous. This is my first time even seeing one of these, let alone having one here in the studio to check out in detail and show. This thing is stunning. I get why people like gaga over these things. Yeah, the date, it has like a larger date so you can actually see it. You don't have to date magnify it like these. It's actually a large enough date that aging eyes can still see it clearly. How's the bezel action? Bezel action is perfect. It's more of a thud. It's not extremely audible. It's more of a thud. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever handled a bezel with that particular feel to it. Zero play. I mean, the refinement on this thing is legit. And it needs to be, right? It's 15 grand. So it better be pretty legit. Tennessee Mike says he'll be the ringleader on that tour. Who knows, in the future that could be like something that happens, but not right now. Let's see. Steve says, Rob, have you looked at any yellow dials? I have my sights locked in on a yellow dial watch right now. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but because I don't want anybody to snipe it on me, but I have a yellow watch picked out and I'm just waiting to get everything situated and then I'll get it. Craig G asked how thick this is. I'm guessing it's like probably 15 or something like that, but I don't want to just like do a quick measurement on it because I don't want to scratch anything. So I need to make sure my calipers are isolated from scratching it. But here it is on wrist. I believe it's actual gold. Is it not? I think it's actual gold. I could be wrong, but I could be right too. So it wears good on my 7 1/4. So it would definitely wear good on your little bit larger wrist, Craig, for sure. Okay. Yeah. I think the bezel and the crown are gold. JC, do I own any vintage watches? No. Why not? Because they're old. I don't like old things. Let's see. Are you looking into a yellow dialed limited edition Tai Seiko Monster? I am not. Literally nobody in the chat would guess what the yellow dial watch is that I'm looking at. So we're just going to move on. We're not even going to talk about it. All right, let's bring in some other watches. Here's a watch that I didn't buy, but I thought about it. So check out this thing. This is I'm extremely looking forward to doing the video on this, but this is a Citizen 1000 meter titanium Zilla, and it has some unique features, we'll say, is the best I could say. So it is a day automatic, non-hacking, so it's like an 8 series Miyota movement, and it's a legit diver. I might have to blow my nose. Has, the bezel here, and then the trick up its sleeve is basically, this is a locking mechanism right here. So you like pull this down. I'm going to do this in the full video, but basically you pull this down and then you slide this out of the way. Okay. That releases this, and then that releases this. So you can open it. You unthread it this way. It's a reverse thread. And you unthread this. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't feel like messing with it. But you unthread this, and then you take the bezel off and the click spring. So after a dive in some salt water, you can go and clean it all out, and it comes with extra parts. So I mean, that's pretty legit system there, and it's freaking awesome. It's a 48 millimeter by 58 millimeter, and it's definitely thick. So it's pro level diver. What is the thing under the crown? I just showed that. Citizens going full speed. So that's older. That's discontinued. That's almost like new old stock. Do I still have the Swiss watch company Hyper G? Do you know when it'll be available? Pretty soon, from what I understand. But I do have it. I just don't know where it's at. I don't feel like digging for it. The Citizen Hubcap. Yeah, I'm not even gonna put that on wrist. We'll show that later. I did just get in a couple Drakens as well. I can't really read that. But this thing's got a pretty crazy dial on it. Let me see if I can get it fired up. I love the sandwich dial with the diving boards platforms over it. So pretty cool watch. Not titanium. I do not have the Citizen Orca yet. I will get one in though. So I almost was gonna buy one, and then I just didn't, and then I kind of moved on. So like, but I will get a Orca in. So I have that Draka in, and then I also have this Draka, which this feels really light. Is this titanium? Or maybe it's just because it's a mecha, it's like a quartz. But man, that feels really light. But look at that thing looks pretty dang cool. Well, there was an orc on flippers, but I thought it sold. That black coated one, I thought it sold. Yeah, the Draka. You think it's aluminum? That's not aluminum, is it? I know it looks weird because of the color on it, but I thought that was like a coating they put on it. What does this say on the case back here? No, it is titanium. That's what I thought. It's crazy light. That's actually really cool. That's titanium. Yeah, and it has tons of micro adjusts. So, what else do I got in? So on my trip, I picked up a couple. Not on my meetup trip, but on my way back, I met up with Josh, and he is an Oak and Oscar fan, and he's loaning me these two, so I can do videos on the Oak and Oscars now. So I have the GMT and I have the standard time. Let me put this one on real quick. Man, I'm getting like some nasal drainage or something here. So Josh does wear NATO straps. I'm not a big fan of NATO straps. I think they look great, but I don't really wear them. But here is the Oak and Oscar on wrist with the strap that he paired it with. That works really good. And so you got to understand too, Josh lives in the Chicago area. Oak and Oscar's in the Chicago area. So, and I know this color here with the white and the orange and stuff like that, those are kind of like Chicago flag colors, aren't they? So that could be a reason why he kind of tied it together like that. That's a pretty fun pairing. I think that works really well. All right, let's talk about the trip. Does anyone have a? Well, if you hold on a second, let me grab something. Well, if you sign up for the Christopher Ward catalog, the Loop catalog, when you get it, there's a voucher right inside. So, so you need to sign up for that. What is the code? It is 125 Loop 26. So you need to sign up for the Loop catalog. There's always 125 Loop 26. There you go. Boom, you're welcome. There you go. Everybody's already got the code. Yep. Because you guys all probably got your catalogs. Sign up for these. They're free. They're free, and I collect them. They're awesome. Let's see. Will Carey says you should tease about your sneak peek of the new Notice Sector. I think it's kind of out there. I don't think there's like an embargo or anything on it like that. Left-hand drive. It's pretty cool. I dig it. You're welcome for the code. Okay, so let's talk about the trip. So I went to I better have went to, I organized it, right? To the Random Rob West Coast meetup, which is typically done in Long Beach, Orange County area, California, and met up with a bunch of really cool people, both in my Discord group and some people that just live in the area. that swung by. Of course, Mimo. We went to Mimo's. He was there. I met up with the Notice guys. Let me grab my Notice actually. Here's my Notice Bronze Avalon. So I met up with Wes and Cullen. They were there. Awesome to meet them again. I mean, I've met them, so awesome to hang out with them for a minute. Now they didn't hang out a bunch super long. They ended up taking off. But who else was there? I'm gonna miss some people, but Mark from Average Watch Bros, he showed up. Him and his son Mason showed up. That was awesome. They hung out for a little bit, for quite a bit actually. They hung out at Mimo's, and then we went across the street to Gallagher's. So if you go to Mimo's, and if it's afternoon or something like that, literally just cross the street. You can use their bathroom. It's a clean bathroom, and grab a Guinness or something, man. You know they have. They got a bunch of other drinks and stuff there, but like grab a Guinness and maybe a Reuben sandwich or something. Or I don't know. It was pretty cool. Just across the street, boom, right there, and they were very accommodating. Jeff McMahon was there. That was awesome to see him again. I seen him last year there too, so I talked to him quite often on the interwebs. But he was there with his buddy Carlos, which he's talked about. Carlos is his local buddy. It's always nice to have that local buddy if you can, if you're in an area where you have that fellow loco too, watch enthusiast buddy. That's I think Jeff and Carlos hang out a little bit because Carlos will help Jeff sometimes sell watches, which oddly enough Jeff actually bought a watch from Carlos while we were there, so that was pretty funny. But both good guys, so it was awesome to meet up with them. And they hung out with us over at Gallagher's as well, and had a second lunch. I think is what technically it was, because a bunch of people were already grabbing coffee drinks and like breakfast style sandwiches from the cafe right next door to Mimo's. So that was really cool. So and that was one part of the meetup. Obviously, we did a bunch of other things. We're not going to talk about that. Let's see. I need to get this thing running. I need to probably clean it up a little bit. Okay, I'm so freaking tired, guys. Yeah, and then Calico and Joe and the Badger, Pamela, Will Carey after Gallagher's, they all went to a tiki bar. I forgot what it was called. You just told me too a little bit ago. I was on the phone with Calico and he told me, but I already forgot. It starts with a B. Starts with a B, ends with a B, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's Bubba's or something. So they went there. I missed out on that. I didn't go. We went back to the hotel. I don't sleep a lot on these Bamboo Club. Thank you. Yeah. Come on. Got to get right in between. What is today's date? 29th? Okay. Just trying to set the time on this because I might wear this tomorrow. So, all right, let me talk about my travel back, because I'm going to lose energy and I'm not going to talk about it. And I need to know what time it is. What time is it? 9:23-ish. You can tell I'm tired. I can't do two things at once. Close enough. Boom. Okay, so regular, I mean, everyone's been having problems with flights and stuff, right? And I was slightly anticipating problems with it. Let's see. Hamish is asking about the amount for the doo-doos. I think it's $800. I don't know that they lowered it, but I'm pretty sure it's $800. So, yeah, Bill K, over 800, I think. It's only 6:54 in India, and that's AM. So my flight back, it's Tuesday. You're in the future. Don't tell us what happens. So I got up early. I shared a room with Michael, and so he gave me a ride to the airport. Oddly enough, I got there early. You got to get there early, right? Because my flight was supposed to leave at 8, which it kind of did. No problems coming out of John Wayne, Orange County. But showed up a little bit early. You know, you got to get through TSA and everything like that. But TSA at John Wayne doesn't even open till 6 a.m. I was there like probably 15, 20 minutes before that, just waiting in line, waiting for that line to go through. So anyway, get through TSA. We get on the plane and everything. Early boarding and everything. So and then there was like 20 minutes late pushing off from there, and that was because they were staffed really low on the guys that load the aircraft, the luggage into it. So we were 20 minutes late doing that, and then we pushed off, which they can make up 20 minutes in the air. That's not a big deal. So we took off, and my connecting flight is in Chicago because where I live up north Michigan, there's not a lot of direct flights. So Orange County to Chicago, no problem. Land in Chicago. I had a 2 hour layover in Chicago. I'm thinking perfect. That's plenty of time for me to go sit down, grab a bite to eat, have a Guinness, right? So I got my stuff. I sat at the. If you've ever been to Chicago, there's like a Cubs diner. It's pretty big, like restaurant thing and bar. Pretty good sized place there. Decent price food and everything, and the staff was pretty good. So it was busy. So I got my Guinness, got my wings, ate that stuff. No problem, plenty of time. Go to my gate, chilling at my gate, just waiting for the boarding and everything, and then it starts. They start, and this is the early warning sign that things are going to go downhill really quick. Is they go, okay, we moved your gate, and I get the notifications on my phone too. Moved your gate, and as soon as that happened, like it's not like I travel a bunch. Like a lot of you guys travel a lot. I travel a decent amount because of the watch stuff now, but I'm not like a well seasoned travel like some of you guys are. But I know enough that when they start moving the gate, there's problems. So they moved the gate, went over to the new gate, and I'm like, whatever, um, sipping on some water and stuff, staying hydrated. Um, I'm hanging out there, and then I don't think they even postponed the flight. They just moved the gate, and then it went from the gate being moved to I don't. I'm trying to remember. I don't think they delayed it. It went from like they moved the gate to they got on the little announcer for that gate, and he goes, "Okay, sorry to say, guys, flight is canceled." So they didn't even like delay it. They just went right to cancel. So they straight up cancel it, and they said, "Hey, single file line, um, form a single line, and we'll get you rebooked." So I get up and I go there, and like there's nothing to be mad about. You know what I mean? Like that's not going to get you anywhere. So like you're just like, okay, we're going through the motion now. So they give me the old school paper ticket. They're like, all right, here's your new flight. The next and only flight out of Chicago to where I needed to go is at 9:15, and I was supposed to leave at oh shoot, I don't even know. I forget the times. This is relevant though. Like just say 4, right? I was supposed to leave at like 4. And so now it's like 5 hours out for my now new flight. And I'm like, well, it's like a 5 or 6 hour drive home. So yeah, Junior Johnson's in Michigan as well. So for me, from where Chicago is to there, it's like a 5 or 6 hour drive. And now I'm waiting 5 hours for this next flight. But so I got my ticket and I'm standing off to the side. I'm starting to text people, letting my wife know what's going on and all that stuff. And yeah. Oh, and so that's 9:15 Chicago time, which is central. So it would be 10:15 Eastern Standard, which is my time zone. And that's just what time the flight left. So I would have got into my area at like after midnight ish, about midnight. So anyway, as I'm texting people, I hear the people at the counter, like there was maybe like a higher supervisor level guy there, and he's telling the other ladies there that are handing out tickets. He goes, "No, no, no, just overbook it, just overbook it. It'll override it." And I started hearing them say that, and all right, so they moved the gate, they canceled the flight, they rebooked me, and then I'm hearing this guy telling the other people that are rebooking the people that they just canceled the flight on, that were all going to the same place to overbook it, which means that the flight that we were supposed to go on is already full. So, like in my head, I'm like, I'm not getting on that plane. There's like, I'm not gonna get it right. It's not going to happen. So I need to go rent a car. So I'm like, all right. So I went and I started to call some car rental places. Some of them are straight up closed. And then I went through um, a little bit of a circle with Hertz, and basically comes down to basically they had no cars available for one-way rental. So okay, so now my flight's canceled, I'm rebooked, and I can't get a car rental. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I mean, I might have to stay the night and then maybe just get out in the morning. I'm thinking, because now, like, what am I going to do? It's like I said, it's a 6 hour drive, and at this point, it's already like 5 o'clock, I think, Central Time, so 6 o'clock Eastern Time. So if my wife were to leave my house and drive to come get me, she wouldn't even be there till like midnight, and then we got a 6 hour drive back. I'm getting back in the morning. There's no way I'd be able to go to work. I probably could, but there'd be, so I'm like, shoot. And then my wife, you know, she wasn't there, so she wasn't dealing with the stress of the situation, even though it didn't really stress me out that much. She goes, "Hey, don't you like know people? You like in Chicago, like you know people everywhere, right? Like, isn't there somebody in Chicago you can just call?" And I'm like, "Yeah, duh." So I'm like, "All right, let me call you back." So I hang up with my wife, and then I think of like the few people I know in Chicago. I'm like, who's most likely to answer the phone and go, "Yeah, let's do it. I'll pick you up and then I'll drive you part way or something." That was my plan. So I called Josh, my buddy Josh, aka the Watch Noob one on my Discord. And he's home. He doesn't have anything going on. And he was very receptive to me calling and saying, "Hey, I'm stuck here. Will you help me?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll be there in like 30 minutes." And so he agreed to come give up his evening, come pick me up at the airport, and then drive me probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours or something like that over to Kalamazoo, Michigan. And we figured by the time my wife left, she would be there and we would interconnect. And it actually it worked perfectly. That plan worked perfect. So by the time my wife, because she was already en route before Josh even picked me up. So it just worked out perfect. And we got to hang out more. And then Josh let me take his Oak and Oscars for me to share in video with you guys. So I definitely owe him. I'm gonna do something for him. So I definitely owe him because that he like saved my butt. Because basically, I don't know what time we met in Kalamazoo, but said thanks, everything like that, and then he had to drive back, and then the wife and I drove back home, which was through like torrential rain and crazy thunder and lightning and stuff. I got home at oh yeah, I'm gonna do something, but it's hard to give a watch guy a watch too. So it'll be watch related, I'm sure, but yeah. So I think I rolled into my driveway about midnight 30, and then I just left my car at the airport that I was supposed to fly into. I actually went and got it before we did the live stream. I went and got it and drove back. So Will Carey's asking, did the airline give me anything for my trouble? I haven't even called him yet, Will. Like maybe I probably should have already done that, but I just been so busy all day today between because I got up this morning and went to work too. And then went and got the car and swung by Sam's Club and grabbed some groceries and then did some unboxings, and now I'm on the live show. So yeah. So that was like the drama from the travel. Other than that, it was awesome. So the meetup was awesome. Got to hang out with Will and Brave Sailor and Calico and Mimo and the Notice guys, and Curtis was there, David was there, Manny was there. Let me Michael was there. I'm trying to think who was all there. Dirk was there, from the Knife Channel, Dirk Werning. Yeah, bunch of great people there. We went miniature golfing. We went to the pier down at whatever, one of the beaches. I can't remember. Watch the sunset. Very romantic. Work hard, sleep well. I'll probably sleep good tonight. Yeah, so here's the Bamford G-Shock. Let's talk watches. John Page was there, my admin. I blame everything on John. Newport Beach. Thank you, Will. I'm beat, guys. I didn't even want to start naming names because I knew I was going to mess up. So MM10 is Michael. That we shared a room, and no, we didn't share a loofah. Um, we could have. I think he's willing to, but like we didn't. What timepiece did I take with me? I took the Oleg and Waz, but I didn't wear it. I took my Random Rob Borealis, which I didn't wear. Um, and then I picked up the watermelon. I got that back, so I didn't take that. I took the Christopher Ward, and I took the Notice. That was it. And I did wear the Notice. I was hoping to get some more patina on it. And it's starting to warm up on the underside here pretty good. Yeah, I like that look. I need that look all over on the top side and then keep this part polished. So, okay, so what did I wear? Well, I wore the Notice. I wore the Notice to the Mimo thing, and because of the Notice guys were going to be there, Wes and Cullen. So, yeah, gonna wear Notice. And then I wore the watermelon a lot, but going there, I actually wore the Christopher Ward prototype loaner. Being Boy, did we build the sandcastle? We did not. I I I totally we were totally going to do it too. We didn't. By the time we got to the beach, the sun was setting and stuff, and so we did that, and then the place was packed, or at least I thought it was packed. So, um, excuse me. Let's see. Jogo says, "Hey Rob, any Full Metal Casio?" Well, I have my square, and then I actually did pick up. I didn't do the unboxing on it yet, so this was a little weird, but I did pick up a 2100 Full Metal. You can probably guess what colorway. So I did pick up this guy. So I still need to size it, but still brand new. I probably won't do an unboxing on it because I'm just opening it up right now. So I guess it's a live unboxing. I need to hire somebody to peel these stickers off. It's a pain in the butt. Look at this. And then they wrap it this way, and they wrap it like, I don't have time for that. Nobody's got time for that. So, well, I think this is going to look awesome. Let's see. Will you be reviewing the new Dan Henry 70s diver? Well, if they send me one, yeah. Yeah, this color right here really resonated with me because it's not really a rose gold. It has like rose gold tones, but it's more of a copper color. The Oris loom like watermelon. The loom on the watermelon is just awesome. Oh, let's see. What else is going on? JTS is offering to unwrap my watches for watches as payment. I would like to present my resume for you for the sticker job. Yeah. Actually, if you look at this, if you look at the tone of this gold and this, it's actually not too far off. It's pretty cool. I'll just set that over here, I guess. Something like that. Good time. Lots of watches. Mr. LTE, aka Manny, he got like a huge double room or something like that. So a lot of us hung out in there, had pizza, just talked, just sat around and talked, checked out watches. Manny brought like, I don't know, probably legit, probably like 100 watches or so, him alone. And then, Michael brought watches, Wet Watches brought watches. I brought a few, I didn't bring a ton. Geo versus G-Shock video. Interesting. Could. It would be awkward, but I've read Dr. Bob's Nightmare and Dr. Bob's Nightmare. I don't know what that's about. Junior Johnson. Favorite watch on the table. Go. Who, me or everybody else? I'm wearing my exit watch. I'm not big on favorites, man, because like I like them like equally. Is that a Draken and an Oak and Oscar on the table? Yes. Yes, it is. So we have the Oak and Oscars here, and we have the new titanium chrono from Draken. Yeah, always lots of cool watches, guys. I have so many videos to make. It is ridiculous. This whole week, I'm going to be cranking out videos that I have to make Doesn't mean that you're going to see them right away, but Rob, are you considering any new G-Shocks for your collection? Well, I did just pick this one up. So this one I just added, and I'm excited to see more 2100s. So that's pretty much where I'm sitting with G-Shocks. What feels better in hand, the Oaken Oscar or the new Seaward? I'm gonna pick the Seaward. I'm a big fan of the light catcher case, especially if you get it on bracelet. I mean, the straps are really nice too. But like, if I lived in Chicago or near Chicago, I would be all over the Oaken Oscar, and I'm gonna talk about that when I do the full video. I think that's kind of where they shine. They're good watches beyond that, but like that's definitely gonna be a selling feature. I fly a lot and I always use. Okay, so I'm gonna read Hamash here. I fly a lot and I always use Delta. Been late once in the last 20 flights between Detroit and Phoenix. Yes, I pay more and I have status, but I know the flight will be reliable and relatively enjoyable. Didn't they just United was one of the ones that canceled a bunch of flights. So I don't think any of them are like immune to it. I think there is a United terminal at my airport, so I'll check them. But the only other flight I have booked right now is um, to New York, but it's going to be from my airport to Chicago and then Chicago to New York. So lots of opportunity for problems there. Hopefully it goes smooth. Watermelon always looks good on camera. I think the watermelon looks good on camera. It looks good day and night, and it looks good on my wrist. I'm a huge fan of this watch. Paul, good question. Good question. Do you know if Seaward bracelets fit the 600 and 300? I don't know. I don't know. I got a Casio Oceanus T200 last week. Awesome watch. I agree. Casio Oceanus is a great value proposition. It runs on the G line. If you ever look that up on the YouTubes, if you search up Casio G line, hopefully you'll be able to find it. Oh my god, lots of subtle details on that Oaken Oscar. Yeah, and I'm gonna cover that on the Oaken Oscar when I do the full video. Let's see. Delta is great if you like Atlanta. Every flight somehow goes through Atlanta. So I think the bigger. So for example, I think with flights, I don't want to talk about flights a bunch, but like if I'm taking a flight from Chicago to New York, the chances of that getting canceled are pretty low. But from Chicago or Detroit to where I have to fly at, which is a more remote airport, much more likely to get canceled. Those are those. Because it's not even American Airline. Like it's a different company that works for American Airline. So they're, you know, they probably don't pay their employees a bunch, and it's a whole different scenario. So I understand that those flights are way more likely to get canceled versus like a lot of the big flights. The white face watch doesn't look like his watch. Tiny contracted planes go to small airport. Yeah. Feeder line, I guess it was called American Eagle. Yeah, I think it was actually American Eagle. So and they use like those smaller. I actually like those smaller jets. They're pretty cool, but I don't like them when I can't get on them and fly to my final destination. It's been 1 week since I unwrapped my last watch. I'm relapsed. Power of hydrogen. Is that a Tiffany Blue G-Shock? Well, kind of. It's the Bamford, and that's like the Bamford Blue. So yeah, it's the Bamford 6900. I need to probably sell a few watches because I know I will not wear this. I always try to wear the 6900s, and I never do. Do you think the $4,000 G-Shock is worth it? Should you buy a more traditional Swiss? That's deep tracks. So like if you're buying a $4,000 G-Shock, you better be like a G-Shock fanboy. NH Rick says dibs on the tag. Rick, I already have like a couple of people with dibs ahead of you. So, and I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I really like the clarity of it, and it's one of those ones that if I sell it, I'm not gonna be able to like get it again. I think at least in this condition, and I confirmed that it's authentic. So, I'm kind of, I don't want to say stuck with this one, but like I want to be more like an end user on this one, if that's possible for me. I did also get in these guys, the SKX mod metal cased world timer cases. So I will be building that soon. I'm excited to do that. That's just a cover. Rob always says he's not selling something and then sells it random. Correct. That is real. That does happen. And I do have my sights on a couple of different watches. Some of them are affordable. Like the yellow dial one I talked about is a more affordable watch. It's going to be sub 500 or right around 500. I'm going to make that happen. I bought a watch today and it looks a lot like this watch, but it's not. I mean, it's different, but it looks similar to this watch. You guys probably know what it is. So Doxa just released that Doxa Army in a non-limited edition stainless steel case, but they did the black ceramic bezel. So I did actually order one, and I ordered I think probably one of the cooler ones that they released. It has the green ceramic bezel, and then it has the green FKM rubber. So yeah, I bought it. I ordered it, and I know I said I wasn't even gonna buy a Doxa, but like they got me. They got me, man. I I saw that, and then was it Tide and or Watches and Tides or Tides and Watches or something like that YouTube channel? They did a video on it, and I was looking at the video, and because it's got a bronze bezel, so the bezel is bronze, and then it has the green ceramic, and then it has the green FKM rubber. Everyone likes the clasp that the Doxa comes on. I can't stand it. I think it's terrible. So I might see if I can do a different Time and Tide. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Tide and Watches, Time. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm tired. Yeah, Time and Tide did a video on it. They did a great job. They sold me on it. The influencers influenced the influencer or something. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. No Doxa. Sleepy. Great fun to meet you, Rob. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, wet watches. Like we've hung out many times. We talk on the phone almost daily, if not daily. Yeah, we do talk daily pretty much. So way to try to bamboozle us. So here's the in case you're unfamiliar, and maybe you see him off to the side sometimes here. But every time we do a meetup, my Vegas buddy Calico makes these poker chips for me, and so and now they're like becoming collectible, right? Kind of. So every watch meetup we do, we have these poker chips and we hand them out. And people are collecting them. Well, at least I'm collecting them. So it'll have my logo on one side, and like this was the Vegas meet. This was the first one we did the poker chips with. Big thanks to my buddy Joe. This was the Michigan, Southeast Michigan, Detroit meetup. This was the Baltimore crab. Okay. And then here's the Orange County one. Two different variants on this one. So you had both of these available at that meetup. So these are just fun. And I need to find out, because I forgot to grab the chips from the Orange County meetup. So I need to find out who's got the leftover chips, because I need those. I don't know if John has them. If John's still in the chat, I'll have to message him. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I think there's more chips too. I got, let me see here. Hold on. Yeah, there's this chip too, which is technically wasn't a meetup, but it was a Florida trip, and I was selling them to people that wanted them. But this was like an extra chip. There's actually, John says he doesn't have them. We might have left them at Mimo's. I don't know. I'll check with him. Unless Joe grabbed them, he might have grabbed them. He's just BSing me. Junior Johnson says I sound sick. Nah, just a little. I mowed the grass earlier too, so as soon as I got home, I mowed the grass, and I have allergies, so I'm sure that's all it is. Joe says, have a great night. I got to bust out, and Calico has the chips. I gave them to him. Joe is throwing Joe under the bus. So I figured he did. That's fine. Did you ever pull the trigger on the C stern? Yeah, I have this C stern, and actually I have this one in right now, but they're just for video. Yeah, Craig G, 100%. Joe has them next to his Bolivian money. Oh, speaking of the Bolivian money, it's so freaking awesome. I don't know how there's so much of it left still, but Brave Sailor, because he was at the Michigan meetup where all the Bolivian money was being thrown around, and uh, Brave Sailor thought it would be fun, and it was. He brought shoot, it was Zimbabwe money. I think it was Zimbabwe. Yeah, he brought like a couple stacks of Zimbabwe money, which is I think worthless. I think it actually isn't even valid. Um, uh, Whatever. Yeah, it's funny. So I'm curious to see who brings what next. Yeah, $1 trillion. Yeah, so there was, and the $1 trillion ones was like, that's like not even real money. That's whatever. Anyway, enough about the monies. Oh, let's see. Any comment on Seiko Astron? Great looking watches. I have not really featured them on the channel. I maybe will in the future. I'm so slammed with watches for a while now. Let's see. I found some of the Bolivian money in the hotel's hot tub. Yeah, you can find you can pretty much track down people in our group by like apparently Bolivian money and or um, Zimbabwe currency, just like that leaves like a little cookie crumb trail. What is the watch behind the Oak and Oscar next to the Christopher Ward? That is a Glasuit Original CQ in two tone. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Kevin is asking any more Omegas planned. Well, funny you bring that up because I want to talk to you about the Omega. So at the meetup, and this is what's beautiful about the meetups, is you get to see watches that you don't typically see unless you go to an authorized dealer, of course. But then you got to go to a bunch of different ones to see them all. At this meetup, you'll see them all in one spot. It's pretty wild. But Michael has the Omega Seamaster 300 Heritage, which is a 41 millimeter watch. Now, typically, when I think Omega, I kind of want the lyre lugs, right? The twisty lugs. Those are called lyre lugs. That's what I like. You know, the Aquaterra has them, the Planet Ocean has them, the Seamaster 300 has them, but the Seamaster 300 Heritage does not have them. They have straight lugs. But it's 41 mil. It's not very thick. It's pretty cool. I really like it. I actually really started to like it. Now his is the previous version, so it has the polished center links and it has the ceramic bezel insert, which is shiny. And the new one, which is what I think I want to get, is it has polished outer links on the bracelet and it has a hardened aluminum bezel insert. Totally fine with that, and it's more of a matte color, and it's a little bit thinner, but it's still like 41 by essentially like 48. Lug, lug to lug is like 48, and it's a little bit thinner. Has the 8912 no date movement in it, and so you can jump the hour hand, so like you're traveling. So Kevin's asking black, blue, or bronze. Okay, so I can't. I'm thinking about buying that watch. I think that watch might be my Omega watch, like sometime later this year or next year. It's gonna be a while because they're not cheap. But I was thinking blue. As much as I say I don't really like blue dial, I was thinking blue. But then I consumed more pictures and video and everything, and now I'm 100% sure I want the black dial one. I want the black dial. It has the the warm color tones and the sandwich dial. I would go black dial, and I would get it on bracelet, but I also want the leather. So I want both. I want the bracelet and the leather. And I think that could be the Omega that I get. I'm really thinking that might happen. We'll see. I have to wait a while because I have to build up some funds. Because I'm not gonna go through and sell. Not that I have a bunch. I guess I could sell my Breitlings and some Seikos and stuff like that. But I don't want to do it that way. I want to keep those watches. I really enjoy those. So I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to just save up from earning some other stuff. I like the dial on the fat orange strap. This guy. So this is the new Christopher Ward C65 300. A lot thinner. A lot thinner. And the strap is awesome on this. I could see picking up one of these too. I think this is a really cool watch. I'm going to see if I can beg Christopher Ward into, quote, donating one of these for like long-term testing for me to check out. I could see owning one of these and wearing it for a while. And if it's not mine, if they don't give it to me, but they're loaning it to me for like long-term testing, then I can't sell it because it's not mine. And then I'll probably be more likely to hold onto it and wear it before sending it back. So just a thought, Christopher Ward, if you're watching this. Kevin, yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. The blue dial, it's good, but the black dial one, because it is a heritage model, I think the black dial looks the best, and it looks awesome on leather for sure. Do you still have the Sujus Chrono? I do, but it is where? Oh no, it's not. It's not tucked away. It's right here. I just remembered. It's funny you bring that up because I just remembered. I have this watch case right here. It's I said I didn't want to dig out the Swiss watch company. It's like right here. It's right in this other box. I totally forgot I had this other box. And yeah, I do have that here still. And I put it on the Xeric strap, which I need to order more of those. I think. All right. Don't go buy all these straps because after the live stream here, I'm going to go order some. Don't you guys go buy them all. Give me a chance to buy a few. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they might stop making this strap, Xeric. It's Horween leather. It's Xeric, Xeric, and it has this padded part here because they're like on clearance right now. They're like, yeah, Sean, I think you're right. I think they're discontinued the strap because, and they're running out of colors already. I need to go order a few. No, don't go buy them all. Guys, give me like, wait till the live stream's over. Give me like 15, 20 minutes to go through and pick out what I want and order them. And then you guys can order them, okay? All right. Or better yet, Kevin, how about this? Better yet, you guys actually go ahead and order them. But when you do, order one extra and send it to me. That way I don't even have to buy any. I think you guys could at least do that. You know, they're only $10 each. I told you about it. You could send me a Zurich strap. I'll put my PO box down below. When you get it in, just send it to me with a postcard. Maybe if you want to put a postcard in there too. I don't ask for much. I just want a $10 Zurich strap and a postcard. I'm just kidding. I'll get on there and order some soon if there's any left. If you guys didn't just wipe them out. Any new microbrand releases you are waiting for? Yeah, always. But I can't think of anything right now. Notice is doing some cool things. Borealis has version 3 of the Sea Storm coming out, and they're doing a GMT. You're going to see a bunch of new GMT models come out soon. I'm excited to see what companies are doing. And I'm excited to go to the Worn and Wound Wind Up show in October in New York. There's going to be a bunch of cool stuff there. Monta's been teasing the new GMT. Kevin, 100% Borealis is going to do an Estoril GMT. Bourbon watches, sure. Let's see, the orange strapped watch is my favorite. That is really cool. Christopher Ward, of course, dropping really cool stuff. What's the rubber strap that smells like vanilla? That's typically, what is that? It's Italian 100% rubber, I think is usually what smells like the vanilla. Looks like only black straps left. That's fine. I'll probably pick up a couple of those. Or not, whatever. I don't know. I probably missed the boat on them. Is what it is. Let's see. Jason from Design says someone is actually going to produce his chrono that he designed. That's really cool, man. I'm happy for you. That's a really slick design. Nathan says, hey, Rob, I'm looking at buying either a Seiko Prospex SPB053 or the SBDC 127. Personally, I like the SBDC 127 more than the SPB 053, but that's just me. Reliability, 6R15, 6R35, they're both fine. I'm a collector. There's a lot of comments, guys. I can't keep up. I just love the dial. I'll buy one, Jason. See the big wrist already available, so a bunch of brands are already working on something. All right, I'm beat, guys, and it's already like an hour in. So let's loom some of these up, and let's see. That one's gonna be weak. The Geo, the Okanaskas are good. The Ward's gonna be good. The Watermelon's gonna be good. Oris is gonna be good. Draken's gonna be awesome. Notice is gonna be awesome. Tag's gonna be cool. Dual Loom. Citizen's gonna be awesome. Draken. And I don't know, throw the Sea Stern in there or something. Okay, let's kill the lights. Will Carey wants to make me go night-night. Okay, Draken. Draken is awesome. Notice, awesome. Check out the Watermelon showing off. The Okanaskas are pretty good. They're sandwich dials, so pretty good. Even the Geo, look at the Geo. Looks good, day or night. Awesome watch. Better, right? 15 grand. The Ward, look at the new Ward. Loomed out bezel and everything. So excellent, excellent. And for good measure, we can do some pointer fingers everywhere. Just kind of flying in. There we go. All right, guys. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching.